Hey everybody, it's me. I'm back again with part 2 of the tutorial that was requested by Jean Nielsen. She said either me or Sue, and Sue's still on the road. As a matter of fact, Sue's due back to be with me for a little bit on Sunday again on her way back. Sorry, I was up there adjusting my camera. So I thought I'd do it in parts. First part, I hope it didn't confuse anybody, but you know, when you start to do something, that's just how you do it. And well, other people are great at doing tutorials. Peggy's great at tutorials, who's JP Peggy 2. Sharon, who is Shaz at Shaz Designs, she's great at doing tutorials. Who else is good at doing tutorials? Somebody else. But I just love it because they don't talk like this. Get all confused. One thing I do want to tell you, and one thing I forgot to do for sorry, the neighbor is out there getting, their truck died and they're getting a jump start and you can hear vroom, vroom. I forgot to do this on Sue's album, is take either after I decorate the pages, that's when you should do it, after you've inked everything. Take this is Claudine Hellman's Multi-Matte. You can take it and smear it on the edges. This is pretty good. I haven't used a whole lot of it, but it is really good stuff. It reinforces that fold. Or you can use Mod Podge, or you can even use glue, flexible glue that dries clear and flexible. You can even use that, just something to reinforce that edge just a little bit. Okay, wanted to say that. Okay, here are my pages. Like I said before, I'm going to show you how I do the binding. Everyone knows how to do the now I can't even think of it. Hidden hinge. First of all, I wanted to show you papers. I picked out this dark green instead of this light green right here. These are the papers. It's the Floral Foliage by Recollections. I'm going to do a garden, little garden journal pictures that I've taken in my yard. And these, you can see how, maybe you can see, some of the greens that I'll be using. And I just think it just looks, that dark green instead of the light green looks really good with some of these papers. So I'm going to take a page out of here. I had a paper all picked out and I realized it was only 11, it was an 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock. That ain't going to work, because remember how I told you that these, on hers measured 11 3/8, and that's exactly what these measured right here, was 11 3/8. I don't know if I'm in frame or not. So on the hinge, whenever I make the hidden hinge, I don't make it any, I made that mistake one time of making it a little bit longer. It's 11 3/8 on the pages. You make the binding, the hinge system 11 3/8. Okay, I need to trim this off a little bit. I'll probably be out of frame for a second here. I have to trim it off to 11 3/8. 11, 1 1/4, and an eighth past that, and scooch. Okay. Alright. There's that. Oh, I inked all of the edges on the pages. I inked all of the edges of all the papers that I put in hers. I inked everything, and like she said, I did a lot of distressing, and that was it. That was the ink distressing. Okay, 11 3/8, and what I did on hers was when I started to score. Let me see. I don't want it to go this way. I want to do it from the back, because actually part of this binding, when I had the binding go in, I left this. I let it come over a little bit, so I could actually use it as part of, whenever I put the cover on, I just glued the cover to it and made it kind of part of the whole system. So if I want it to come over, I have to do these, right? Yes, because then pages will be inside and then this will fold over like that. Okay, so what I did was I came in about 2 inches and scored. I don't like that one. I actually like the one that came with it. I think I just came in like 2 inches. Okay, and score. And this will be on the smooth side. This This has a texture to it. If it was smooth, it wouldn't matter, but I wanted that texture. Okay, so I just come in 2 inches. That's enough for that flap, because what I do is then I come over 1/4 to give me a little extra room there on the front. And then you start making your hinges. And I make 1/2 inch hinges. So to make 1 hinge, it's half inch. Went right through that. And it's my book, so I don't care. And quarter, that's another 1/2 inch. And then 1/4 inch between the pages. So that's actually one hinge right there. And then 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch for between the pages. 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch between the page. So I've got, tore that. But that's going to actually be up in the page, so it doesn't matter. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and measure over 2 inches, which would be 8, so I know where to cut. Oh yeah, don't push too hard. Like I said, that's going to be up inside, so it doesn't really matter. I forgot to bring my scissors over. I'll be right back. Maggie will entertain you. Okay. And then I just cut it at that mark right there. I will probably be trimming off some of it or distressing the edge anyway, so it doesn't matter. I distressed the edge whenever I did Sue's. Okay. So yeah. That's a hinge system. So this one actually goes in like this. Let me check I don't particularly like this cardstock. This is a color box. Guess see how it cracks? Don't like it. And let me just go ahead and do these. And you just pinch up on the 1/2 inch and down on the quarters. Pinch up on the 1/2 inch. See? Like I said, it's not a real good, but I'll reinforce it all. Go ahead and do that one like that to make that's in between. That will be in between the cover. This will glue to the cover. Okay? And then down on the quarters like that. Up on the 1/2. On the 1/2, and if you do that, you can go down on the 1/4, usually pretty easy like that. Okay, so this is for me anyway. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then pinch up on the 1/2. And fold it over on the quarters. Like that. Okay. And then this will fold, I can fold that over, but don't want to give it too hard of a fold. But anyway, that's how that works. That's all I did. That is the binding that I used for Sue's book. Same that I'm going to do for me. And again, I did not bring my tape over, so hang on. I wasn't really planning on doing the taping. I did use the, let's see, what have I got going on here? Oh, I'm almost at 10 minutes. Everybody knows the drill. Well, not everybody, because some people don't make albums. You flip it over to the B side, you know, A and B side like old records. And I usually run a couple of strips of this down here on each side to make sure, because you got to have it on both sides. So 2 strips here, 2 strips here, 2 strips here, 2 strips here, because I only have the 1/8 inch. If you had, or is that a 1/4? That's a 1/4. If you had the 1/2 inch, that'd be fine too. Actually, you could even use glue. I may use glue. I may use wet glue, and because come to think of it, I think that's what I did use on Sue's, was the wet glue. That's what I'll do. And I'll come back and I'll show you. I'll wet glue it and then I'll take it apart and I'll show you how it holds it. The wet glue really does hold very, very well. But that's it. Right there. And then I'll slather some multi-matte on that and you can see how that works out. That's the hinges. And like I said, for people who don't know, like I said, I'm probably boring some of my people, but not everybody knows how to do it. I didn't cut that right, did I? I can't measure. Look at that. It's supposed to be 11 3/8. Anyway, that just, where that folds right there, it just fits right down on there. Right like that. Anyway, seriously, you really want to listen to somebody who can't even measure when the measurements are written right there for her? I'll see you in a little bit, guys. Okay. Told you I suck at this. Oh. Bye.